Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, I got it open on the laptop now. Let me turn off the phone and we are good. Somehow the phone was doing something funny.
Okay.
Everybody here now? Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. So let's go ahead and sit in our cross-legged position. So you can still hear me, right? Can you hear me? You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and start sitting. We will start with a full body scan and meditation of the internal organs. So we will sit. So let's go ahead and get comfortable. Start to lengthen the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, release the shoulders down and back your spine. And close the eyes and find this moment in space, in your body, in the middle of this space. Connecting with the breath and finding anything that feels tense or uncomfortable in the body. You scan from your toes to your head. Noticing any tense, any tight, any constriction, and releasing as you exhale. And now, as we focus onto the body, we're going to focus particularly on different areas. So we're starting breathing intentionally in the heart. As you breathe in, imagine you're sending these breaths into your heart, the middle of the chest, the heart center. Six breaths into this area of the body. Acknowledging our heart and everything that it does for us each and every second of our lives, beating 24/7. And next, we'll imagine the area of the lungs on both sides. Just noticing here how we can breathe into our full capacity as we open the chest, release the shoulders back, we shift the rib cage forward and up, opening up more into the lungs in front of the body. Deepening the breath, having a pause between the inhale and the exhale. And lengthen the exhalation a little bit. 4 more breaths into the lungs. Acknowledging these organs that help us breathe and stay alive, giving us energy of life since the day we're born until our last breath. Being grateful for our lungs, acknowledging them at this point for everything they do. Now we will drop into the areas of the liver on the right side of the body. And imagine this organ or this area in the body. And just notice how you can bring enough energy into this area so we can process more of the toxins that we ingest through foods and air and drinks and so forth. This liver, it's a big organ full of blood vessels. A lot of filtration happens in this area, a lot of detoxification. So being grateful for this organ that serves us well for a long time. So as we acknowledge these organs in the body, we are practicing somatic meditation and also somatic breathing because we breathe directly into the body. It's a more meaningful connection, an acknowledgement, a thankfulness that we give to our own bodies and organs. And with the next breath in, we're going to focus on the area of the pancreas towards the left side above the stomach. This area has to do with producing pancreatic acid and juices to help our digestion. And then we have the islets of Langerhans on top of the pancreas that will produce insulin for sugar metabolism in the body. And being grateful that this process is happening without our knowledge, without our need to do or think of anything. The body knows, the mind is connected with the hormonal system, with everything else, and everything happens without us or me or you lifting a finger. And as we breathe in again, we're going to shift the attention to the back of the body, to the kidneys. And we acknowledge this area in the body. Another filtration system of fluids, of water in the body. Sometimes we have just one kidney, but that usually takes place for two. So we are grateful if we have two or one kidney. They do work pretty well, and we're maintaining the water balance in the body. As we focus on the top of the kidneys, we acknowledge and breathe into the adrenal glands that will help us with our stress level, releasing the stress hormones necessary to overcome stress and decrease the cortisol in the bloodstream. Giving thanks and lots of attention to our kidneys with our mind, with our heart's intention, with kindness and a grateful heart. Two more intentional, deep, connected breaths here, acknowledging the body as a whole, with all the system, all the organs, all the nerves. And create an intention to stay focused on the breath and on the body sensation. As the mind tries to think, shift it away to the breath or to the feeling in the body so you can stay connected inside of you, away from the monkey mind. So the first shape of the day, we're going to switch the legs, cross them the other way. So we can bring the right hand underneath the right glutes. I'm going to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, just to feel that openness on the back of the shoulder and arm and on the side of the neck on the right. Good. Find a comfortable place where you can hold. Notice the sensations. Connect to the breath and slow down those exhalations so you can feel this release of tension, of stress. We're gonna hold here for a couple more minutes. So make sure it's a comfortable position where you can hold, and allowing the gravity to take effect and open up naturally, gradually, and very gently. As we hold here, we are also activating this vagus nerve that comes from the brain down the side of the neck into the body, into the thoracic cavity to activate the heart, and then down into the digestive area to activate the digestive organs. So it's a wandering nerve that wanders through the body, very important nerve that connects the brain with the body, the biggest nerve in the body. And it has to do with also our happiness, because it does help us to produce more serotonin in the brain and in the gut. Also, it does connect the brain and the heart. As we slow down the brain, this will influence the heart. And also, if we work on slowing down the heart, when we are peaceful and quiet inside, and we have good feelings in the heart, we also can influence the brain to come to the same level of calmness and peace and serenity. So they influence each other. There's like a feedback mechanism. Also, the mind is crazy and it goes like a monkey, and we're overwhelmed and stressed and tired, anxious or fearful. You will affect the heart indirectly, and you will make our heart beat faster. So we can work on breathing slower now, so we can make the heart go a little slower and thus slowing down our thoughts. 2 more breaths on this side. And as you inhale, come on back to center. And reach the left hand underneath your left glutes and drop that left ear towards the left shoulder. Right ear towards the right shoulder rather. So we can open up this left side of the body. And we'll take some time here, finding that comfortable position. Breathing in, lengthening the breaths. See how your body starts to feel, how the tension tends to dissipate as you breathe out long. We know how the body feels. We receive the feedback. Release the tension. If it's too much, bring that head back a little bit. Just make sure you feel comfortable. Maybe your brain acknowledges some differences between the two sides of the neck or the arm or shoulder. And that is perfectly normal. We use our body parts a little bit differently. And we just need to be more gentle, more kind with the areas that are seeking more attention. They trigger our attention. And find something about this area of the body. What is it that comes up first? That keen sensation, and also what is the least amount of sensation? Which area would that be in? Just kind of knowing your body a little bit more deeply. Where do you need to let go more? What do you need to surrender to? Even in your mind. Sometimes our mind is very idealistic, wants things to be great and perfect and amazing and good all the time. But life is not always like that. So we accept and allow and surrender, even to the more unpleasant sensations, because they are also part of life. Inhale and bring it back to center gently and see how your neck feels. Take a moment, sit up tall, relax the hands on your knees, and just breathe into your full body. Now we will open the front of the neck and throat. We're going to get our hands slightly behind the body and open the chest as we drop the head back. The legs can go out in front and to the side slightly, just to have those legs get a nice release. And just open up and breathe. Allow 2 more deep breaths here, extending the exhalation a little bit more each time. Allowing any tension to be released through the out breath. And as you inhale, come on back to neutral. And we'll get the legs out in front. Bend the knees slightly. Gonna hinge the body forward. Maybe grabbing the toes with the hands, but the knees are bent a lot, as much as you need to. Pick up your toes and let the body hang over the bent knees. Allowing also the neck to lengthen naturally as its own heaviness pulls it down to be released into the hands of gravity. Now here we're gonna pay extra attention to the base of the neck and the sides of the neck. Below the shoulder blades, below the rib cage, and down at our kidneys. Gentle intention in the back of the legs. So we activate the hamstrings and the sciatic nerve as well in a gentle way. Connect with the breath and surrender into the breath. And let the neck go, let the head go. Feeling the sensation of melting down towards your legs. Now we're gonna add a little bit to this pose. We're gonna lift the chest off and bring the left foot on top of the right leg. Cross them over at the ankle. And now slide your body forward again. Just a little bit different action on the back of the left leg. And take that pose of surrender, letting go fully. Opening up more through the left side of the body. Those muscles coming out of the lumbar vertebrae and also the back of the hip and pelvic floor. Be present with the sensations that arise without judging them or pushing them away, making sure they're gentle enough so the body can enjoy it. And noticing the areas that trigger your attention first. And those would be the areas we're going to keep our minds positive attention to in the kindness of the heart as well. To change, to transmute that energy, to help everything flow, help that energy, that prana, circulate around and transform and heal our body from the inside out. Inhale, bring the chest back up and we will switch. Left leg under, right leg on top. And slide forward and down and release the body over the legs. Soften, let go and relax. Be with the body. This is your dwelling. This is your place. Surrender into the deepest sensation in that low back or neck or shoulder. Breathing out any tension, any stress, any negative emotions, releasing the body. Befriending these body parts that may feel a little bit more tense, more tight, more active. We're helping them subside, release, and relax. Feel a wave of calmness and soothing energy flow down your back from the crown of the head to your hips, then traveling down the back of the legs to your toes, enveloping you into a soft shield of smooth energy. This gives a chance to those lumbar vertebrae to open up and create space. They get quite compressed as we sit and drive and stand and walk. Now we get to counteract that effect. And let's go ahead and inhale and slide back up the legs, lifting the torso. Okay, let's transition to twisted fish or mermaid pose. So bend the knees and drop them onto the left side with your glutes. So you have your knees on the left, sitting on your left glute, and your feet are over to your right. So we're gonna open the left side of the body, the one that the lowest knee would be on. So left arm goes up, and then we're going to exhale and slightly lengthen and reach over a little bit. The right hand can go across to the left knee. So mermaid pose. Our feet and lower legs look like the fins of a mermaid. And we are really opening here through the left side, through the arm and shoulder, heart center and big area of the lungs on this left side where we have two lobes. And breathe here. You can also brace your arm around your head, creating a half of a frame. That may feel good to have something to hold on to, like you're cradling your head in your arm. And bring the gaze down over the right shoulder. We allow the rib cage to expand, the lungs to expand. As we have more capacity here, as everything is open on the side and front of the rib cage. Teaching our lungs to breathe fuller, to receive more. We receive and we give. With each breath we take in and we receive the gift of life. As we breathe out, we give the gift of life to our planet, to the green planet that we live on, for the trees and shrubs and grass to grow. Inhale now, gently bring it back. And let's switch very slowly. Move your knees to the other side. And just feeling this right glutes planting into the ground. And your right arm goes up. Inhale, lengthen here. And exhale, crossing over a little bit or cradle your head. Left hand can cross over to the right knee. Drop the gaze over to the left. And take a long, deep, meaningful breaths. Here we acknowledge these three lobes of the lungs. We have three on the right since we don't have to make room for the heart. So maybe bigger lung capacity on the right side. And then we breathe into the area below the rib cage to activate our liver cells, to detoxify our body. Acknowledge both of these organs and be grateful for them. They are just like little children. They want to be seen, acknowledged, and they go merry on their way. Two more breaths here. See what else you need to let go of. Any need to make this feel different or make it perfect, let it go. Doesn't matter how it looks. It matters how it feels. And release that right hand down. Very slowly start to move. We'll transition into a deeper stretch for the whole back body in a forward fold. So simply gonna bend the knees and let the body hang over the legs. Grab your elbows in your hands and you just stay here in a ragdoll. We're gonna let the whole body release, lengthen, and surrender. As the gravity pulls our head down, we activate the whole back body, creating a meaningful stretch and a good flow of energy throughout the back meridians. The gallbladder meridian is on the back of the leg, up the spine. And we bring also meaningful energy into the glands of the upper body, including the thymus gland, thyroid and parathyroid, again between the eyebrows, so that pineal gland and pituitary gland. So this pose also creates a zero gravity pull in the body because we are equally distributing the weight between the front and the back. So it's equal 50-50 weight in the front and the back body. So we feel like we are floating in space. But your back muscles and your hamstrings may trigger you. Just make sure you bend your knees enough. Relax the neck, don't hang on to anything. And head is heavy, jaw relaxed. Let your whole face relax. This is also a great inversion for our upper body parts, including the muscles of the face. So it's good to do every day. To inverse this flow to counteract gravity's pull on our body. Okay, press the hands down and bend the knees. We're going to come down on our elbows and allow the knees and hips to be aligned. Just drop the chest, letting it melt towards the earth, and let the head go. Just feel really letting go here, melting heart into the ground. Keep the hips on top of the knees. Good. Few more breaths here. Relax, soften, let go. Release any hurts, emotions, any grudges, any negativity. Release it into the earth. Inhale deeply through the nose. Hold the breath. Create some space in the lungs. And exhale, smoothly and softly for 6 counts. Deep breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's release the hips down on the ground. And we're gonna bring the arms under the body, left arm under and right arm under the left. So we're gonna have our arms crossed underneath our chest. So it's like an X underneath your body. Okay, so one arm this way. So it's gonna look like this. And you're laying down on them, okay? So it's gonna be right here. And your head may need to be on a block in front of you here or a folded blanket. Or your chin may reach on top of your left shoulder here, or left tricep rather. And take a few breaths here as you open up the back upper body. Three more meaningful breaths here. Exhale. This is gonna release a lot of emotion of grief that we store between the shoulder blades. So if you feel like you need to sigh or yawn, that's okay. It's a good release for you. Now we will switch the arms, bring the other arm down, and this time for me, right arm on top. Okay, cross them right underneath your chest and drop the chin down. Good. And get in touch with that deeper sensation and make it a little bit softer as you breathe into it, as you bring your heart's compassion into that area as well. Just knowing that we can change. Our mind has the power to change the feelings in the body, and our feelings in the body can also change our mind. So if we feel good in the heart, it would also tell the brain to feel good. If we feel good in our thoughts and we have positive, uplifting thoughts, we also influence the body, and that creates a feeling of well-being and ease and joy in the body cells. So let's send our positive thoughts, our gratefulness to the body, to these areas that may be challenged right now. Help them to turn around and feel better. Inhale now. Let's softly release that pose. We will come right on our side now. So left side down. We'll slide our left arm behind us. And then we lay down with the chest towards the floor. So left cheek is on the ground. Knees are stacked. And then right arm can go back around the waist. Chin is tucked in a little bit so we can release that neck. Okay, so left arm back, chin to the chest slightly, knees bent, arm behind the body. So we're gonna release and open this left side in one direction, and then right side is gonna open as well as we stretch it back. If we want more, we can bring this top leg and stretch it over and behind the left leg. So we're gonna open this hip joint as well. Breathe here and see how you feel. You can also put a blanket under that shoulder if that's too much on the bottom there. And take a few meaningful breaths in this whole body workout. It's a diagonal stretch, shoulder to hip. It's really meaningful. So connect to the breath and slow down here. And thank you guys for sticking with this challenge of the technology, because I think I lost the other people and I'm really so sorry. Let's take a few more breaths here. And now let's release that right hand back down to the floor and bend that right knee. Press into the right hand and lift back up. And turn around so we can have that right arm under. Or stay on that same side, doesn't matter. Turn around the other way. So right arm slides behind us, left hand on the floor. Reach down with your chest, tuck the chin in a little bit, and have your knees stacked. So find that ease and comfort on that right side on the bottom, and then maybe bring the left arm around the waist. If you want more, bring this left leg behind the right leg. Opening that hip joint, knee may go towards the sky. Good, and close the eyes and have an internal experience of these diagonal lines of energy, meridians happening in the body. So we're shifting the energy from left to right, or impressing new energy into these points of the shoulder, base of the neck, left shoulder and left hip, left knee as well. Just feel the body and dwell in your body. This is our temple we are given to live in this temporary life, in this universe. Breathing in the prana, the energy of life, into all the body cells, And notice how they're dancing around, being happy and joyful as they get energized by the breath and by our acknowledgement. Few more breaths here. Breathe in long through the nose. Pause. Breathe out long through the mouth if you wish, releasing anything from the chest and heart. And let's go ahead and release that left hand first. Press into that hand. Bend the knee, lift back up. And we'll turn around on our backs. If you have a bolster, bring it underneath your low back from your tailbone to the crown. Or you can put a folded blanket. And open your knees to the side, feet pressing together. And let's bring the right hand to the heart center in the middle of your chest and left hand to the belly. Let's take some connected breaths here, breathing into the prana center below the navel and into the heart center with intention. Imagine you actually breathe right below the navel, about 2 inches below the navel. Inhaling for 4 counts. Have a little pause, let that energy expand your belly. And as you exhale for 6, releasing everything out, squeezing the navel to the spine. In the next few breaths, bring them intentionally into the heart center. Just acknowledging your heart and everything it does for you. Circulating the blood through all the body systems, initiating the heartbeat, that pacemaker we have that is an electric current that starts the heartbeat. So we are electric, we are magnetic, we are energy, we are alive. So bring that aliveness back into your heart. Breathing in all the chambers of the heart. And now with your eyes closed, roll them up and in to meet between your eyebrows. To impress in this area of your pineal gland or Ajna chakra for intuition, inspiration, concentration. As your body cells enjoy the symphony of sound, they got to realign themselves with each other and with their nucleus, with their core, with their being, and as we did the same in our soul and heart. So take the next couple of minutes to really soak in all the benefits of the practice, just laying in stillness and finding that peace and comfort and joy in the body, mind, and spirit. And that deep connection we can only feel when we are aware, when you are aligned. Being present in the true self, in the core of our being. Our last couple of breaths, we're going to connect all the three centers from the Manipura to the Anahata to the Ajna chakra. So as you inhale, imagine the breath traveling from the core to the heart, from the heart to the eyebrow, creating this connection between your energy, your loving kindness and compassion, and your inspiration and intuition. 2 more breaths in the same energy centers. And now we'll close with the heavenly circuit where we breathe through all the chakras. As you inhale, imagine you breathe from the back of the spine and the tailbone, on the back body all the way to the crown. And when you exhale from the crown through the front centers of the chakra to the tailbone. So inhale back of the body, exhale front of the body. So it's an oval, like an egg shape of energy you are breathing through, charging up this heavenly circuit of your chakra system with new vibrant prana. 3 more cycles just like that. All right, my dear friends, you can come on out slowly of your Shavasana. Move your fingers and toes. Wake up the body, rub your hands and feet. Come to your side and come on up when you are ready. Take a moment as you sit up tall. Just see how you feel. Check in. Notice the changes, the benefits you drew from the practice of yin yoga. As you got to connect with your body and all the organs in a very meaningful and intimate way. Being grateful for this body and for the way it works for us. I hope you all enjoy this practice, and I apologize for the technological problems at the beginning. We can always go back and review this one later. I guess you should be recording, so we'll be okay.
Thank you, Deanna. It was wonderful.
Who is that?
Jamie.
Oh, Jamie. Oh, I didn't
Yes.
recognize your voice for a second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon. Take care.
Yes, thank you. Take care. Be safe.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank
Karen,
you.
you're so welcome.
I give you
Bye-bye.
credit for sticking in there with that
Oh my
technology.
gosh,
It's always a
I
challenge.
don't know. Sometimes it's a challenge. I don't like technology, but man, it's useful when it's working.
It is a blessing. Nice
Take care.
class. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.